Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Go ahead and adjust your volume. So sometimes I come off a bit loud because that just means I'm turned up. You hear me though? Let me just make sure that the audio is sounding good and we can get this show on the road. Let's see what it sounds like. Give me a second. All right, that's okay. Sounds good to me. I mean, it could be a little better, but what can you do? We here now. It don't matter. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what that means on Wednesday, every Sunday. Y'all know what we do here on this channel, and we talking boxing. As you're coming on in, you dig though? Sounds Gucci. Alex, appreciate that, fam. Appreciate you. As you're coming on in, hit the like button for the homie. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to break down. It's midweek. We almost to the weekend, man. We almost there, man. We almost there. You can see that light at the end of the tunnel. I know you don't want to get up in the morning. I know how it feels. You hear me? But you're almost there. You about ready to turn up. Pull that glass, do it all. You know what I'm saying? 2 more days, man. 2 more days. But look here, though. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of shit that went down in the sport of boxing. Actually, the presser between Jamel Charlo and Tony Harrison just kind of changed my whole little show around, Joe. I was going to talk about a whole host of other things before I got to my main man, Jared Swift, Hurd, and Julian J. Rock Williams fight. But after today's presser, man, we got to talk about it, Slim. We got to talk about it all day. Now, before we get into the good stuff, let's just kind of cover the undercard, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And that is first and foremost. It seems as if that the numbers from the Canelo Alvarez versus Danny Jacobs fight has been reported on, if you will. You know what I mean? Last of a dying breed. What's up, fam? What's good? You say Harrison Punk Charlo. We gonna get to that, Joe. We definitely gonna get to that. Hey, but the numbers for Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs has came out. And according to Lance Pugmire of the LA Times, he's saying in the United States, the views peaked at 600,000. And of course, worldwide, the numbers did 1.2 million. And they got John Skipper saying that they're hoping to get to at least 1 million subscribers by the time the Gennady Golovkin fight comes around in June. So it looks like they had roughly about 600,000. Lawrence Williams in the building. What's up, family? It looks like they had about 600,000. At least, Canelo was carrying that app right now when it comes to United States subscriptions. And you know what, man? I'm going to be honest with you, man. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez fights do way more numbers than that here in pay-per-view in America. But I got to be real about this. We got to be real. We got to put this in perspective. This particular app just debuted in September. So for them to come to here September to May, and they've already grabbed a minimum of 600,000 signups. I don't know if those were signups that came during the Canelo time or before Canelo, but to know that they hitting that type of number, and here they are, September, October, November, December, and they only been up for about roughly 8 months. It's not the worst. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst. It ain't the best. Far from the best. And it gets much better. But I'm not going to act like that. I ain't going to be realist. Now, after about a year, this thing up and running, you dig? If they don't hit that million number by then that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Then that's a serious problem. This is hands down was the best fight that's been put on their app thus far. You know what I mean? Of course. Now, from a revenue standpoint, they saying it only generated roughly about $50 million. That covers the fighter's purse. And look, man, I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we know this is the market. Of course, without a doubt. If Canelo Alvarez is on pay-per-view in this market, it does well, especially with a Daniel Jacobs fight. Them numbers would have been, man, off the charts. But I'm not going to sit here and act like we don't. We got to be real to the fact that they are fighting on an app. You know what I mean? It's so much better. It's so much easier for a lot of fight fans to just go onto their remote control and say, oh, pay-per-view fight, boop, hit the OK button, pay the money, $75, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? It's much more easier. This stuff takes time to warm up to. Everybody ain't technically sound. You know what I mean? So for them to hit 600,000 thus far, and I don't, and of course, like I said, there's less revenue and all of this and the third, but they got their goals that they trying to hit. I don't know if they're going to get to 1 million before the Gennady Golovkin fight. That's going to be iffy. And to say 1.2 million worldwide when you were already doing 1.2 million in America alone, it's like, damn. And when they say worldwide, they count Austria, Canada, Germany, Italy, Japan, Spain, and Switzerland. That's a lot of countries that just hit 1.2 million. You know what I mean? It can get better, but they making inroads. So we'll see what the numbers keep going, if they're going to keep on climbing for future fights. Canelo's got to be sitting back looking at that like, that's all I did? I know I could do, but for my money in the bag, he ain't even tripping. His money in the bag. He going to get 300 plus million for 11 fights. So money's in the bag already. So, you know, you got to look at it from a different standpoint. But those are the numbers, and we'll see if it's going to get better. Capadonna 24 in the building. What's goody? Oh, shit. What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see if it's going to get better. Now, I wanted to kind of get that one out the way because we're going to spend quite some time on this Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harrison thing, man. Hey, that presser was turned all the way up. It was lit. I loved every second of it, Joe. Tony Harrison ain't playing this time around, cuzzo. He ain't playing, man. Hey, man, I'm listening to Tony Harrison. I'm like, hold up, what was this? He wasn't even acting like this in the first fight. This fight, Slim, he is not giving an inch to Jermell Charlo or trying to bully him around. None whatsoever, man. I know all of y'all done seen the presser, so let's just hear a little bit of it, man, and just let me just so we can go off the energy of Tony Harrison.
Y'all listen to this cornball. This nigga's a cornball. And all the people that be, I look at all the people that say, "Oh, I'm a Lions only motherfucking guy."
Damn.
They like this cornball. This nigga's a fucking cornball.
Damn.
He's a fucking cornball.
Cornball.
Corny motherfucker. You gotta let me go. Oh my God, I don't play games because I don't like to lose. Shut the fuck up, you fucking cornball.
Damn.
He's a fucking cornball. Fuck says some shit like that. He's a cornball, man. I swear to God, man, look, man, listen to me, bro. Like, this is the most, the A.D. James, Derek.
Wow, we'll stop it right there, man. Slim called the man a cornball, straight like that to his face, a cornball. Hey, and Jermell Charlo was sitting there I think he was a little surprised, to be honest with you. He was sitting there like, oh, what? Hold up, this dude wasn't talking like this before. He coming at me. Like, for real? Hey, Slim, Tony Harrison ain't playing this time around, but what I think Tony Harrison is doing is very, very smart. He is trying to tap into the emotional reaction of Jermell Charlo. That's exactly what he's doing. He kind of edging him on. Like, he trying to get him to react. He's trying to get him to be all up in his feelings. Because we know when Jermell Charlo gets all up in his feelings, it translates in the ring. And that's what he want to do. DGO say Charlo wanted to cry again. Last of a Dime Breeze said Harrison ain't speaking nothing but the truth. Damn. Oh shit says, I hope Harrison pulls it off and call that man a cornball. Damn. Streaming services are the future, but a money pit. I hear that, Mo. Disney expected to lose $3.9 billion from streaming. Well, they got it to lose, I guess, you know. Bam. Big Faces Worldwide in the super chat. Much love to you, homie. Harrison is feeling himself, fam. Good work. All day. I appreciate that love, homie. All day. Harrison definitely feeling himself, man. Harrison in that vibe. He got that vibe going right now. Like, look, I got this dude. I'm about to handle this dude. But most importantly, he's looking to get Charlo in his feelings. He want him in the feeling zone. Charlo started out, though, earlier in the press conference talking he trying his best to keep his composure, but he busting at the seams, dog. He busting at the seams. He's saying little slick shit, little under the table type stuff. But he want to go off for real. It's in him. It's burning in him. He feel like he was robbed. He feel like they took that first fight away from him, and we could talk about that. He felt like he was robbed, and it's burning in him. And now I got this dude right here in front of me with my belt talking all this smack to my face. That's how Charlo feeling. How long will it be before Charlo can keep that thing, can keep that fire up in him? How long will it be before Charlo start to overly react emotionally? Now, hats off to Jermell Charlo, because in a lot of the post-fight interviews, right, I seen them breaking it down to, you know, speaking to a lot of the media. And Slim, it's like he kept his composure. settle down a little bit. I'm sure he had cats up in his ear like, Jamel, just chill out, man. Just settle down. Settle down. Don't give him what he want. Don't give him what he want. If they smart, that's what they were doing. I know he had to have Derrick James in his ear like, no, calm down. Just cool it. Calm down. Keep your composure. Don't get the media what they want. Don't give him what he want. Just cool out. Speak to the media. Talk in a good tone. Keep your emotions balled up. Hold that shit. That has been the number one criticism on Jamel Charlo. You did. Let's hear some of the stuff that Jamel Charlo had to say. Hold on for a second. Yeah, man. I mean, but that has been the absolute biggest criticism of Jamel Charlo. So let's listen to Jamel Charlo a little bit.
I can get the best redemption ever. You know, and I know for a fact that you've never been in a position where you got redemption. So you don't know how I feel. I want to take back what God placed in my life, and then I'm very blessed and I'm glad for the changes that I made outside of boxing. And
you see that?
I represent a much larger city that got my back. You know, not just the city, but I got a lot of people. You know,
you see that? You see that, fight fans? You hear that? Calmness. Calmness. He's a little calm. His vocal tone is down. He wasn't trying to elevate his voice. You know, I come from a city, they got my back. I'm blessed outside of the sport. You know, the whole world know that there was a robbery and blah, 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 blah. The whole world know that what happened for real. He was talking in a whole nother tone. The young, hungry lion might have got a little humbled. You hear me, though? But I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a bad thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like this is not what I've been asking and wanting Jamel Charlo to do. This is the Jamel Charlo that needs to approach this fight. He does not need to get overly emotional. He does not need to get into his feelings. He does not need to be that dude. He started out, I wanted to get to the part where he started out in the press conference. I thought he was going to start going off, but he was making this little slick comments, addressing little shit, kind of still getting a little irritated by the media, but he still kind of kept it together a little more than we know. And I like that. This is what he needs to do. Now, the question is, will it translate in the ring? Y'all got to understand something. I know y'all might be out there like, oh, man, Charlo, hey, he got carried. Hey, Harrison went at him. Man, Harrison put that hawk on him. I know that's how y'all feeling. I ain't mad at you. And Harrison is doing exactly what Harrison is supposed to do, and that's rattle the cage of the so-called lion. That's what he's supposed to do. But it's Jamel B-side Charlo's job to not get rattled, to not fall into that trap, to come different this time around. Even when they were face to face, Harrison all up in his face like, yeah, I don't, boom, boom, boom. All Charlo was like, I don't like you. I don't like you, cuz. I don't like you. Boom, boom, boom. I don't like you. Yeah, he seemed a little humble. People may perceive that as some sort of fear or some sort of, I didn't see it as that. I saw it as a dude that's trying his best to keep it together because he know his mistakes in the first time around was he was too emotional. He was trying to show off too goddamn much. He listening to the crowd. He listening to the media. He listening to social media. He going by all of these people that's leading him by the nose. And then he got into that ring and tried to do something that he abandoned a lot of things that he should have been doing. He says this time around he's coming with a different mindset and a different game plan. That's what he's supposed to do. LeBron says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Smash that like button all day. Silver Salamo 2011. The lion is sleeping. ATM. You say he's asleep in ATM. The lion is asleep in ATM. Damn. LeBron says, what time should be in the building on May 11th? It's my first time attending a live fight. I'm going to be up in that thing. I'm going to try to catch even a lot of the preliminary fights that they don't show. I'm trying to be in there early, man. I say get in there about 6:30, man. For real, you know, main event ain't gonna probably come on to about 10:30, but either way, you still, if you want to catch some good fight, now I catch the preliminaries. Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. What up, Silky Slim? Just like Tony said, Charlo is broken. As much as y'all Charlo fans don't want to admit it, but it's true. He is not the same, son. losing your belt would do something to you. Losing that belt will humble you. Seeing what he had to face on social media after he lost his belt will do something to you. See, look, man, I'm one of them cats that love to see a fighter learn. Like, if you take that loss, you learn from that loss. This is one of the things I wonder is going to go down between Julian J. Rock Williams and my main man, Jared Swift Hurd, hashtag the real champ, hashtag May 11th, hashtag storm coming. I wonder, did he learn something from the Jamal Charlo fight? Did J. Rock learn something? Did Erickson Lubin, did he learn something? It ain't because you took a loss. It's how you come back from that loss. Now, it remains to be seen. Have Jamal Charlo learned something? You did. You did. Real talk, man. That's how I look at it, man. Last of a Dime Breeze says Charlo was looking for the knockout and got outboxed, period. Exactly. Because of that emotional, weak mental state that he was in. Walking around with lines on his head like he King Jaffa or somebody. You hear me? That's what it was. That's what it was. And it's like, now he needs to know that I can't. I got to keep my composure, listen to my coach, listen to my mind, listen to my, and this fight to me is also going to tell me, should he continue or not with Derrick James? I'm going to learn a lot from this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to learn a lot from this. No Cow 1D Impossible. Is this LDBC? No, I'm not LDBC, but I got love for the LDBC all day. Respect and love for the LDBC. This is not an anti-LDBC channel, so don't bring that type noise here. You did. Fred Thomas says that main man, salute champ, how you? All day. What's up with you, Fred Thomas? What's up with you? LeBron James says, y'all want to talk about how Hurd ducked Charlo. He wanted 2 soft touches, right? Well, Hurd had shoulder issues. You know what I mean? Hurd said, look, let me get my shoulder under control. Then let me test it on this bum, Jason Wellborn. After that, I'll be ready. Let's not misunderstand ourselves. If Hurd and B-side Charlo would have fought, they had the date. They knew the date. All they had to do was get through their next test. All Charlo had to do was get through Harrison, and all Hurd had to do was get through his little touch so he could test his arm. After that, they had a date. It was this summer. They had a date. You did. You did. Hey, Jay Cleary, LDB, hey, we're not going to do that, Holmes. Real talk. We're not going to do that, man. Respect my channel, fam. If I ask you not to do something, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Why have Charlo's been protected? Why cherry picking padded records? Why have the Charlos been protected? Why cherry picking padded records? Charlo's been ducked too, Mo. We gotta keep it a buck. Charlo's been ducked. Charlo's has been ducked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be real. Canelo didn't want no smoke with Jamal. Demetrius Andrade had the opportunity to fight Jamel, wanted no smoke. The only person who ain't ducked them Charlos and say not only he's want to beat the one at 154, but he want to beat the one at 160 is the man storm coming May 11th, the real champ, Jared Swift Hurd. That's it. But when you come back to this fight right here, though, right? Now I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real because the vid still stands and I never take it down. Check my archives because they don't lie. I believe that Jamel Charlo beat Tony Harrison. The judges didn't see it my way. The judges didn't see it my way. I didn't think Tony Harrison did enough to take the belt away from the champ. But the judges didn't see it my way. They gave Harrison credit for outboxing him, putting him on the outside of that jab, the movement. I thought both men brought a lot of noise, but I thought you can't. It's hard for me to say a champ loses his title when you fighting so much on the back foot. I mean, it got to be definitive. It got to be real definitive. Like, say, for example, in the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight, where Tyson Fury was boxing on the outside, but Tyson Fury wasn't really retreating. And Tyson Fury actually, to me, won rounds by a large enough margin. When the rounds he won, I thought he won them by a large enough margin to say, okay, he definitely won those rounds. I thought there was a lot of close rounds in that fight between him and Harrison. And I just thought, oh, man, I mean, I thought Charlo, he brought the noise, hard shots, controlled pace. I thought he could have pulled it out. I would have been cool with a Charlo win. A lot of people tell me, it's all good, Jake. It's all good, fam. I appreciate you, man. But just, yeah, we show respect to certain, if I tell you I got love for somebody, then I got love for them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats over there in the LDBC that rock with this channel. And this is not a anti-LDBC channel by far. By far. Shout out to the homie Blood Boxing. Shout out to Black Fight Fan TV and everybody else. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's I thought it wasn't a wide enough margin. And I thought it was a good fight. Now this time around, either Tony Harrison gonna A, get better and already got this guy down, or B, it was a fluke. And we gotta see. We gotta find out. Let's see what y'all talking about. Rocket Strikes 89 says Charlo had a thug reputation and it all got smashed by a Bama from Detroit that he underestimated. I think Tony has his number. Damn. You think he got it? You got it? You think he got his number? I don't know, man. It remains to be seen. One thing I did not like that Charlo said is that if I beat Tony Harrison, I'm not giving him a rematch. And it's like, nah, I hate when people talk like that. When this man, he ain't ran away from this rematch. He ain't try to duck or dodge this rematch. Hit that like button for me too, fam. He ain't try to duck or dodge this rematch. He didn't duck or dodge, no smoke, giving it to you immediately, not even taking a soft touch, nothing. I'm still kind of murky on whether it was or was not a rematch clause, but he still ain't ducking. He ain't try to get out of it, nothing. And you just got the nerve to sit right there and say, oh, nah, if I win, I ain't giving him no rematch. And a lot of his emotions, they did show doing. It's like I said, he busting at the seams, man. He holding it in with everything he got. Because he even went on and say, oh, yeah, it's personal. It's personal because if I beat him, he better not come shake my hand, nothing. He can. I don't mess with him. It's personal. Come on, bruh. That shows mental weakness right there. And I'm wondering how long will it be before it busts out? You know what I'm saying? That's what I wonder. And that's why I say what Tony Harrison was doing, Slim, he was going at him. He wasn't going to let him dominate that stage. He wasn't going to let him have his way and say what he wanted to say and without having some hawk put back on him. You know what I'm saying? Charlo started to back down a little bit. Like, okay, I ain't going to get riled up. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Hurd hasn't ducked anyone versus lower fight of the year 2018. Tony W. Hey, he ain't ducked nothing. That's what he do. That's why he the man. That's why he's the #1 champion at 154. And this is, I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm a little disappointed with the way they promoting the Hurd and Williams fight, man. We need to hear more noise about Jared Hurd, man. This is why I be asking people sometimes, and I be like, put up your top 5 pound for pound. And nobody don't be trying to put Hurd name up in their top 5. And I be like, what? I be seeing people with no disrespect, but I be seeing people like, yo, Earl Spence. I'm like, hold up, man, this man's unified. And beat the current WBC champion. And beat the guy who was considered the #1 fighter at the weight class in Urslan Deloy. And y'all putting all of these cats up over him? Come on, man. How we doing this? And it's basically because they don't promo him enough, man. Jared has an exciting style. Come forward. He's a fan friend. Hey, look, my money to this fight this weekend, because I'm in the building, it's money well spent. I already know it. And the fight ain't even started yet, but it's money well spent. Trust me. You hear me? Real talk, man. Real talk. Obasi Kamar says Harrison fought a good fight, but didn't do enough to win. He was hitting Charlo with the jab every time, but he just didn't throw it. Charlo wasn't jabbing enough, and Harrison didn't take advantage. I agree. I mean, I would have been even cool with a draw. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been good with that, but I thought Harrison didn't do enough to take the belt from the champ. You know what I mean? I just didn't think so. But I haven't been I wasn't super impressed with Jamel's fight either. Like, just the same way I wasn't impressed with Jamel when he beat Austin Trout. I wasn't impressed with that fight by far. And I'm not impressed. I wasn't really overly impressed with the Harrison fight. And a lot of people, including myself, I think I even was one of the earlier people to say this. A lot of people were saying that since he's went to Derek James, shout out to the homie LTBA, since he's with the Derek James, this has not been made for him. This is not a match made in heaven. You dig where I'm going? When he was with Ronnie Shields, way more fundamentally sound. He was at home. The man who knew him, groomed him. The man who knows his strength and weaknesses from day one. Not saying that fighters should not sometimes go and find new trainers, because they should sometimes. If it ain't working, it ain't working. I mean, we just seen Gennady Golovkin cut Abel Sanchez's ass. Now Abel's sitting back like, my son. Oh, why would my son do that to me? I ain't your son. He told you to take a pay cut, and you ain't want to take a pay cut, kick rocks. Some son you got. But at the end of the day, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And I think with this fight with Dirk, this is why I say this particular fight will let me know if them two should continue to go forward. Because you gotta show improvement sometime soon. You can't go in there with this head hunting trying to beat Errol Spence Jr. You're not Errol Spence Jr. You are Jermell Charlo, a fighter that was much more fundamentally sound. I mean, I'm just saying. Gambit, the boxing voice, says Jermell Charlo proved to me that too much emotions will never win fights. Harrison will beat him again. Absolutely, Gambit, the boxing voice. I agree 100%. I give you another example. Even in the Wilder Fury fight, Fury pissed Wilder off in that build-up, son. Fury pissed him off with all that. When I move, you move. Hey, trust me, on the low, Wilder was boiling. You know what I'm saying? Him coming over here to America, telling his story, and he got all of these people putting him on, giving him these platforms and listening to his depression story, and everybody buying into it. That was pissing Wilder off. Wilder was sitting back like, man, I've been here putting this work in, man. Y'all know where I come from. I come from this. I come from that. I done rose above this, and y'all listening to this dude. It was pissing Wilder off. Pissing him off. Fury over here having fun, dancing and shit. Come over here with his high water knickers on and shit. Like, come over here dancing on the stage and going up and down the street. Who anybody know Wilder, blah, blah, blah. Doing all that dumb shit. That was pissing Wilder off, and Wilder had too much emotion in him, and he went into that fight trying to knock Tyson Fury's head off, and it didn't pay off, bro. It didn't pay off. You can't take that into a fight. You got to bottle it up. If you want to use that emotional energy, you got to still stay focused. Bottle it up till after the fight. One thing you got to get to Jermell Charlo, ASAP, who I have a lot of respect for. When Jamal finishes you and knock you out, you see him jumping on the ropes, running around. That's when that emotion comes out. That's when it comes out for Jamal. Until then, he stays focused. He sticks to the game plan. He remembers the kind of fight that he's in, and has the kind of fight that he has to fight to win all day. All right. No Cal the Impossible says, I'm in the factual information. What that say? Damn, that shit skipped on me. Hold on. I'm in the factual. Oh no, bro. Okay, I'm in the factual information. Thank you for responding. But Canelo needed Charlo to help sell. Yeah, that would be a good fight. See, and if that's what the zone, they had Daniel Jacobs, a dude that with Daniel Jacobs, he's a lot of diehards like Daniel Jacobs. You know what I mean? He ain't the biggest casual fan puller. That's why I know, man. A fight between Jermell Charlo and Canelo, man, that'll do awesome numbers on the zone. The problem is that Jamal don't want to go to the zone. But that would do also because Jamal going to turn up. Canelo already got his crowd. They're going to buy him regardless. But Jamal going to turn up. I'm going to tell you right now. Real talk. Obasi Kamara says Charlo definitely controlled the landscape and should have got the win. I thought so. I definitely thought so. You know, and I feel him, man. That's why he got it. And see, this is going to test him even further, this fight, this particular rematch. Because now you're not going in as the champion no more. You going in with a perception in your head that you was robbed. And I like the breakdown that Tony Harrison gave him. Like, bro, all three judges gave me that fight. These judges have judged hundreds of championship fights. You starting to look like some Morton Salt right about now. You starting to look like sea salt right now. Get your moist ass up and get back in the ring and give me some work. If you feel like you won, do it again. But all that sitting back, man, they robbed me, man. Everybody know they robbed me, man. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. Bottle that shit up. Go back in the gym. Get busy. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, bro. And that's why I said that's one thing I did like that Tony Harrison checked that. Like, stop the whining, bro. Stop the crying, man. Stop it, bro. We don't want to just stop it. It's making you look bad. You already got the video that went viral on YouTube that had you crying out. And I understand, look, man, I don't want to clown him too much on that because he felt like he lost everything. He disappeared for a minute. I don't know where Jermell Charlo went to. Word on the curb, he was living under a bridge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing. They say he was living under the bridge talking about the aliens are coming. Then he had to snap back into reality, and now he's back. So my whole deal is, bro, like, get it together. Realize this time it's going to be even tougher because this man now is bossing up and he's poking at you. He got your belt. You believe that you will rob. If you go in there and you win this fight, it will change what people feel about you. Like, okay, he's not as mentally weak as we thought because he came back from a hell of a lot to get his title back. Real talk. Jay Cleary says Trilchenko. Yo, you see that? You see that Lomachenko vid I did, man? Go check it out if you missed it, Holmes. Rocket Strikes 89 said, hey, man, I don't think you should criticize your fans' opinions of LDBC because I guarantee that most of us don't hang with the LBC, but we ride with you, Holmes, and that's all that matters all day. But at the end of the day, if you ride with me, you know what I'm saying? And which much love to everybody that does ride with me. I still have certain things on this channel which I tolerate and don't. You did. It's just something I do. One thing I don't do is I don't criticize other uploaders for their beliefs. That's dumb. Everybody got an audience. Everybody believe what they want to believe. You did. And if that's what, however they believe, that's their opinions. That's how they believe. I'm main man, made man. I stay over here. I don't disrespect. I respect uploaders, regardless of what their opinions are, because they take time out of their busy day away from their families, no matter what, and they do this. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you see me, I mainly stay to myself. A lot of cats rock with me. I stay to myself, but I never over criticize no one's boxing opinion. That's their own opinion. I appreciate everybody that rock with me though. And if you do, you know, I just don't like to have no disrespect. Some people may even call me, talk shit about me in their comment section. I don't know. I don't check a lot of cats. I have a slight, small amount of cats that I may listen to. I don't listen to a lot of dudes. I just don't. That's not I've never been that way. I just listen to a select handful of people. And actually, I listen to a lot of y'all. Y'all just don't know it. A lot of my subs, a lot of y'all that upload videos, don't get it twisted. I'm subscribed to a lot of y'all. I'm subscribed to a hell of a lot of y'all. And I listen to y'all. The ones who rock with me, I rock with y'all. Y'all are the ones that I listen to. Other than that, I get my boxing news the same way y'all do. Bandito Washington says, new subscriber. Welcome to the family, Bandito, all day. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, homie. Last of a dying breed. What is LTPC? Lions Den Boxing Community. Let's move on. We talking boxing. No cow impossible. I saw Ali fight and he was spectacular. Oh, for real? Oh man, what would I have give to be in attendance to an Ali fight? Damn, the greatest of all time. Hey, you gonna take that memory to the grave with you right there, man. Hats off to you. That Last of a Dying Breed. It's a long story built on passion in the boxing community. It's all good. It's just boxing. That's it, and that's all. That's all it is. You know, this is boxing. We do this to take our minds off of the everyday grind, to take our minds off the kids, to take our minds off the bills, to take our minds off the work. This is why we do this. We don't do this to criticize other people. Whatever anybody else got going on, that's all to the good. And a lot of them cats, as I told y'all, they rock with me. If that's the case, I can't do nothing but say thank you. You know, I thank everybody that rock with me, man. Y'all fam to me all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. No cow impossible. Charlo didn't do enough to defend either. I can't agree with that. I thought he brought some noise, Sam. I thought he brought the noise. That's why I say if they would have gave it a draw, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad at all. I wouldn't have been mad. Rocket Strikes 89 says Tony stuttering ass owned Charlo. Stated facts. Lines only promo. PBC bias towards Charlo. Commentators bias towards Charlo. Golden fight equal Charlo versus Hurd with anyone. Rob Charlo. You know, you saying they were pro Charlo up in that joint? Well, they wanted that Hurd fight, man. They wanted the Hurd Charlo narrative, man. They was building that shit up for a minute before that fight happened, man. They were having their confrontations, man. Their camps was getting into it. You did. Like it was built, it was baked. And then they get to a point where they thinking that Charlo gonna get through Harrison and Harrison throw a wrench in the plans. See, my deal is this. I believe Hurd beat both of them anyway. Harrison already been stopped by Jared Hurd. We all know that. Stopped him for the IBF belt, for a vacant IBF belt. Easy work. Faded. He was MJ in 1997. Faded away. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's already done. Now, at the end of the day, I thought Charlo was going to get that work too, but they was building that narrative. They wanted that fight, and Harrison stopped that shit in his tracks. And now we got to sit and watch Hurd get that work in against Julian J. Rock Williams. You know what I mean? All day. I'm UK. AJ wins. Oh, okay. You from the UK? Okay, cool. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. UK, I used to live there, man. That's a long story, but I stayed there for sure. Let's see who we got. I got Renee Box Young in the building. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's going on? True that. Respect opinions. That's real, really real though. All day. All day. Jay Cleary says, main man for life. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that love. Boxing comment says, just join, brother. Main man. I got Tony beating Charlo again. Okay. All right. Shit. Hey, man. It's a tough one for me right now. I see this 50-50. I'm gonna be real. I see it's 50-50. And this is an improvement for me because the first time around, I had a 60-40 going to Charlo. So this means that Tony Hurd actually, to me, increased his odds. I don't want to give a final prediction right now because I got to continue to see the build up. If I start to see Charlo on some emotional crybaby, I've been robbed, man, I'm going to knock his head off, going in that joint like he just mad at the world. I ain't talking to nobody, no press. If we start to see these overly emotional versions of Charlo, then that's going to tilt my favor towards Tony Hurd. I just got to see a little bit more. You did. I mean, because I truly believe Tony Hurd feeling like the Achilles heel of Charlo is to keep on going at him. If Tony Hurd is smart, he need to be on social media plucking with him. Everything Charlo do, Tony should be right there. I mean, you was a cornball. You was a chump. You was a sucker. I took your soul. I took your belt. You ain't nothing. Come back in here with that damn line on your head, looking like King Joffrey if you want to. You was a chump. He needed to stay on his back. Stay on his back. And make him respond. This is why Hurd was so confident against Charlo. People used to be like, man, you tripping. Hurd get hit. Hurd gonna get hit by Charlo. He gonna take all these punches. Man, Hurd knew exactly what he was doing. He was facing an emotional ass, moist ass dude. That's what he was doing. All that rah-rah shit, all that noise. Slim, when you real, when it's in you, when you know who you are, you 10 toes down, all that noise mean nothing. Nothing. And I wonder, will Charlo get intimidated by Tony Hurd? Because Tony Hurd was up in his face like, Slim, you ain't taking no ground. He wasn't backing up, backing down, nothing. So we got to continue to read this, man. Real talk. Light lit up in the building. What's up, fam? What's goody with you? What's goody with you? I want Charlo to take his belt back. He seemed a little intimidated today, though. Hey, that's why I was, when they did that face off, bro, it's almost like he kind of slouched down a little bit. Tony was looking like the bigger fighter standing over top of him was good. But like I say, man, we got to get this time to see how we can read this, to see if this is intimidation, to see if this is just Charlo bottling up his emotions, because this is what we asked him to do. You did. Doesn't really matter. It says people giving Williams no shot, saying it's a rematch, but not long ago, Hurd was a fraud. Yeah, I mean, look, man, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not definitely underestimating Julian J. Rock Williams. Because this dude, first off, like I just told y'all early in the stream, he's a dude that took an L early in his career. When he finally got to the top and took that L, knocked down by a jab. But he took that L, and went through a string of bums, Ishe Smith and all the rest of them cats, and he came back. Now he back to the top. Has he learned something? My only deal is this. What Julian J. Rock Williams brings to a fight, Hurd has already seen before. I mean, this dude is beating technical fighters, just like Jared Hurd said. Hurd said it out his own mouth. Like, all he gonna do is do just like everybody else. Try to outbox me and stay and survive for 12 rounds. That's something that Earthlandy Lord thought he can do. That's something that Tony Harrison thought he can do. That's something that Austin Trout thought he can do. I can box this dude. He easily to hit, and I can just box this dude and try to survive. Not realizing when you boxing this man, he constantly coming forward. He hitting you too. And it's hard to keep him off you. Like Jared Hurd said it himself. You look at the punch stats of all of these dudes that I fight. Yeah, they may be hitting me, but I'm hitting them, if not more, around the same time, many times I'm hitting them, they hitting me. I'm hitting them just as many times, if not more. So it's almost like a battle of attrition. And then it takes a silver bullet to put a cat like Jared Hurd down. Mentally strong dude, man. Real talk. Renee Box Young says that light lit up. You think Charlo was intimidated? I mean, that's why I say it takes time for us to see. But all I know is that's a different Charlo. It was a little different. He's still busting at the seams. He's still in them, but it was a little different. Let's see if that's just him keeping his composure or if it's intimidation. Time will tell. Time will tell. Boxing Comment says Hurd versus Mungia is the light middleweight number one fight. Mungia been calling for that fight, but the business doesn't want it. Yeah, it's unfortunately, we know what that's all about. Network suits, the whole 9 yards, the trash that we don't want to talk about. Stopping that fight. Wish we could have that fight. That would be a hell of a fight. But Mungia doesn't even make the effort. He doesn't jump on. It just ain't gonna happen. Why? I hate even talking about it because it ain't even gonna happen. Kell Brook got the hell out of Dodge. I remember when Jared Hurd was calling out Kell Brook. And Kell Brook, what's up with Kell, man? They say they pulled him off the AJ undercard. You know, Kell Brook is not gonna be on the AJ and Andy Ruiz undercard no more. They couldn't find an opponent, allegedly. I don't know what's going on with Kell, man. Every time I turn around, man, I see bad news from Kell Brook, man. It's like, damn, bro, what's going on? I guess he's going to try to go towards that Amir Khan fight. I don't know. Maybe the Terrence Crawford fight, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Boxing Comment says, let's see. Hold on. This joint just skipped on me. Boxing Comment says, Charlo is still dangerous and probably more being that he is focused and humble. 50-50, I agree. Yeah. And I'm like I told you, Boxing Comments, it's 50-50 now, and that's up from 60-40, in my opinion, from the first fight. So now it's more of an even fight. I'm actually giving, by saying 50-50, I'm actually giving Harrison more credit. You know what I mean? And people may not see it that way, but I'm actually giving him more credit. Renee Box Young says, good point. If emotions get Charlo, it's over. Very good point. It's over. It's over. Though we've seen this happen too many times, time and time again. And that's another thing that would speak volumes between his relationship between him and Derrick James. Because if Derrick James cannot get him to calm down, that's something that a coach got to have over the fighter. Get him to calm down. Get him to focus mid-fight. If he gets knocked down, get him to get his head back into a fight. This is why I got so much respect for Virgil Hunter. I got nothing but love for Virgil Hunter. He's my favorite trainer. I've said this before. Because if you down in a fight, if you just got knocked down, Virgil going to be that cat that get in front of you and say, listen to me. Yo, listen to me. He's that cat. That's what I love about Virgil Hunter. He going to be right there in front of you. He going to have his face right there in front. Like, you going to listen to me. Focus. Look at me right here. That's what a coach supposed to do. And if Derrick James cannot get Charlo to react in that way, that's going to speak volumes. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Gloves up or shut up. What's up with you? Jamel won the Harrison fight. It was close, but he overlooked him and broke a cardinal rule and left it up to the judges. This time, no head hunting for knockouts, and he will outbox him or Charlo a 0. And that's what I'm saying. I agree with that 100. Like, you can't go in there, Joe, with this I'm going to knock your head off mentality. Ooh, look, world. Look at the newfound power that I found that Derrick James gave me. I'm Earl Spence now. I'm Earl Spence. Yeah, call me Earl Spence too. You ain't Earl. Derrick James and Earl is a match made in heaven. The style that Derrick James has given him, put on Earl Spence, or should I say enhanced what was already there? Because I'm sure, shout out to the homie once again, IOTV, he'll be like, nah, man, that was already in Earl. It's Derrick. Derrick just kind of matured it, but it was already in, well, whatever. But it's a match made in heaven. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it works for them too. It may not necessarily always work for you. You need to take what you learned from Ronnie Shields and maybe combine it, what you know from Derrick James, and put it together and be that Jamel Charlo. And you will be a 20 times better fighter. I think so, in my opinion. Rocket Strikes 89 says, hey, I don't know what the fuck y'all was looking at, but Harrison won that. I wasn't sure after watching it the first time, but after the rewind, it was clearly a Harrison win. Charlo was missing a lot of shots, Slim. Yeah, I agree with you. He was missing a lot of shots, man. He was, but it's just that other areas where you kind of judge a fight. They both, and not to mention Harrison even buckled Charlo. What was that, about round 5? He hit him with a 1-2. Slim Charlo went boop, boop. Little leg started buckling a little bit, you know what I mean? But both of them had some hard shots. There was one time where Charlo had Harrison in the corner. He caught him with an uppercut, man. Boom. The ropes, that corner held Harrison up when he hit him with that uppercut. So both men had their moments. And when you get into a fight like that, it's like you got to sit in front of the TV. Then at that point, mute the commentation and kind of judge it for yourself, like close rounds. And when you usually judging a fight like that, and one's a champion and one isn't, in a lot of cases, it always goes to the champion. And that's just why a lot of people say, "Well, he didn't do enough to take you from the champ." You know what I mean? Let's see. Doesn't really matter. There's no way they letting Mungia get KO'd by Hurd. Man, Mungia will see the stars, bro, all day. Stars. Mungia gonna run up to 160, probably vacate that WBO. If only thing I see them trying to do is maybe put Jesse Vargas up in there. I don't know. But other than that, I would like to see him rematch that boy Hogan, man. I mean, look, Dennis Hogan may not be a big name, but Dennis Hogan gave him a hell of a fight down in Mexico. Word on the curb is that the Mexican judges, you know, kind of tilted their fight towards Mungia. That was a close fight. Hogan wants a rematch. I think they should give it to him. That's just me, though. Like Lit Up says that Renee Boxung, that's the vibe I got, especially in the face-off. Harrison was very insulting, but he told a lot of truth. I don't like Harrison. Dude is mad disrespectful and immature. Yeah, he don't. I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, because don't you find it funny, though, like Lit Up, that he didn't act like that in the first fight? He plucking at Jamil. He plucking at him. He sees him as this mentally weak dude, and he trying to get him to react. He plucking at him. He probably sitting at home like, what else can I do to get this dude pissed off? Like, what can I do to get up under his skin? You know what I mean? They both disrespectful to one another. If that's the case, you know what I mean? Because Charlo said, look, if I beat him, forget him, Slim. I'm not shaking his hand, nothing. I don't want nothing. And I'm not giving him a rematch. That's what Charlo said. They both disrespectful. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I honestly think there's some strategy when it comes down to what Tony Harrison is doing. I don't know if that's him as a person, because I didn't see this in the first fight. I didn't see it at all. But from a strategy point of view, it's something I would do. If I had a fighter facing Jamel Charlo, I say piss his ass off at every chance you can. Step on his feet. While y'all in the face off, step on his feet a little bit. Get him pissed off. Get him pushing and shoving. Do all that. Talk about his gear. Talk about them little ass shorts that he had on. Talk about all that. Get him pissed off. That's a strategy, Holmes. That's a strategy. Renee Boxer say, get them likes up, man. Get them. If y'all haven't hit the like button and you in here ride with me this whole time, I'm like, for real. Y'all ain't. You see me putting this work in and you ain't hitting the like button though. You hear me? Hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Gambit, the boxing voice says, I think Charlo was intimidated by Harrison. He didn't back down. I think you're right, man. Yeah, I don't know. It remains to be seen. I'll be listening when they face off again, and if they on the same stage again, I want to see how high it's gonna go down. I could definitely usually tell the difference between fear and just trying to keep it together. And it was real close tonight, man. Because like I said, he was busting. He wanted to let some things out, even more than he was already saying. He wanted to let more things out, but all of this. You know, I was Rob talk. Look, let it go. Let that energy go. Oh, you see what the world talking about? Let that energy go. You don't know what the world talking about, Slim. All you know is about what your bubble talking about. That's what people do. People get brainwashed by their own circle, man. You don't know what the world feels. All you know is that everybody that's around you, all your little followers on your social media, you know what I mean? All the people that live in your neighborhood, the next door neighbor that waters the grass when you ain't home, they all say you won. Oh, everyone's, and it has this thing to brainwash you thinking you want. No, that ain't what the world is saying, because I came across a lot of people, like even in this stream tonight, that feel as though you lost. I'm just saying though. Like it says, let's see, Gammon the box. Oh, okay. Renee Box Young says, yeah, J-Rock got skills though. Yeah, J-Rock got skills, technical fighter, good fighter. You know, the only thing is now the weaknesses that I see on Julian J-Rock Williams is when you punch with him. You know, when you punch with J-Rock, it's like the punches affect him way more than it affects the other fighter. And this is something that I've noticed. Like whenever a fighter stands up to J-Rock and they punch with him, and then you can punch between his punches. Hurd is not it's not like, say, a swarming type puncher. You know, he'll throw one punch at a time, boom, here and there, boom, boom, slow it down. And if Hurd times those punches between Harrison's punches, it's going to be a problem, especially if you're hitting them downstairs. It's going to take a high work rate It's and see, in this, it's going to take a high. Hurd is a fighter that gives up his height. He don't stand on the out. He gives up his height. He coming to you. So it's going to take a hell of a lot to keep him off you. Oh man. Oh man. I'm impressed with Hurd, man. How he makes that weight cut the next day to IBF. Like he always makes it, man. He be pouring buckets of sweat off him in training. I be looking at his training videos. Man, you see gallons of it just pouring off. All that sweat, all that weight just gushing out. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his weight underweight, and he makes the rehydration the next day for the most part. And on top of that, he's in the WBC Clean Boxer program for anybody that's wondering. So, yo, takes a mental, man. He's strong, man. Mentally strong fighter. Light Lit Up said, oh, hold on. Lawrence Williams says, oh, damn, I missed a whole bunch of them. I don't want to go too far. Hold on. Charlo is a weak youngin. Rocket Strikes 89 says Charlo is a Hold on, because I'm skipping over a lot of y'all. Okay, I got my homie Law Survive up in here. Just saw press conferences. Look like Charlo gonna go head hunting again from the way he talked about wanting respect. I must have missed that one. I'm be look. Hey, tonight I'm gonna catch every interview that Charlo did. And the next time we get up here and talk about this, I'll have a better under, because I looked at just the press conference. A lot of the post-fight interviews I missed. And the little one or twos that I seen, I thought he was keeping it together. But if he going in there talking about wanting respect and wanting to impress, and oh shit, that's gonna show cracks. Marcus Davis says J-Rock don't need to put Hurd down. He just needs to be smart and fight his fight and try to win rounds in the second half. That's when Hurd pushed the pedal to the metal, and that's when the storm is definitely coming. Real talk, homie. Great comment. I agree. You know, Hurd is a slow starter. He ain't looking to get in there the first couple rounds and put you down. He looking to wait to the mid to late rounds after you've now already put all his work in and impose his will. That's what he likes to do. Impose his size, lay on you, hit you to the body, hooks to the body, boom. Stay consistent. That's what he want to do. But J-Rock, I mean, there ain't about no one at 54 right now has been able mainly to survive that. Laura got close. Laura got real close. He made it all the way to that final round, and his body just couldn't take no more. And he just, you know, when he went down, it was just like a shimmy. Then he kind of shimmied first and then went down. Laura couldn't take no more. Laura kept him off for 11 rounds, but he couldn't take no more. It was that consistent coming forward, hitting him to the body with that hook to the body, round after round after round, trying to put punches on him. Got to keep moving to keep this big dude off you. Round after round after round, and eventually your body just like, I'm done. I can't do no more. I can't go no further. Storm. That's the storm. That's the thunderstorm. God damn, that thing vicious. You hear me? Hey, let's see. Rocket Strikes 89 says Charlo is a weak youngin. Something is wrong with him, Slim. Hey, Rocky, you going all the way in on Charlo tonight. He's a weak youngin. Something is wrong with him, Slim. Chrome Dome. Answer me this. Why did Charlo lie on Tony, claiming that Tony told Charlo claiming that Tony told, yeah, I remember he said that. Like he said, man, you even told me I won and all that. Tony said, I don't know what you're talking about. You know how Charlo is, man. He got to save face as best as he could, bro. He gotta always appear to the public like everything's all right, like he in control and he this and that's his weak point. That's his weak point. That's why I'm like, look, if Tony get on social media, talk a bunch of shit on social media, maybe even put some pictures of Charlo in some bam ass outfit, like with a line on his head or something. Like get on social media, piss him off. These things will affect Jermell Charlo. It's like, dog, I'm telling you, man, if I'm the manager of this dude, I'm like, look, this is what we're going to do. We about to get this man all the way in his feelings. All the way in his feelings. We're going to post pictures of everything, man. Anything we can find on this dude. We going to put that out there. Real talk. Last of a Dime Breeze says, Bo Mac got Crawford to calm down after he dropped Khan in the first round. Beautiful. You see? Last of a Dime. And that's the beautiful sign of a coach and a fighter that needs to stay together. If Bo Mac, he reached Crawford in the middle of a fight, like, hold up. Don't get too excited. Calm it down. We ain't going to walk into nothing. We ain't going to get in there swinging for the fences. You're going to calm it down because swinging for the fences, all emotional, makes you inaccurate. And then eventually you're weighing yourself down. And then you're caught in to this, oh, I need to knock him out. Then the next thing you know, you're losing rounds. So calm it down. Calm it down. You know what I'm saying? That's a good sign of a good coach and fighter. Doesn't really matter. Since Khan and Brook is the best thing for both of them, but not in the USA. Yeah, well, not really. I mean, Kel fans. That was on me. My mistake. My mistake. My mistake. My mistake with that. Accidentally hit the little cord over here, man, and trying to reach for my little vapor over here. That was on me. Yeah. We back. We back. We back. We all good. Sorry about that, fight fans. We back. Now, picked up where we left off. Kell Brook versus, yeah, man. He had options though, bro. He could have went off and his number. He still actually got a good option, if you ask me. And that one option is Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia and Kell Brook still, they fight on the zone together. And if they really wanted to make a fight, they can make that happen. No politics, no polished shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So now let me pick back up. All right, Lawrence Williams says Tony is the bigger puncher, so Mel better be easy if he too reckless. Tony is the bigger puncher, so Mel better be easy if he too reckless. Tony is not only I don't know if he's the bigger puncher, but I will say he's the more accurate puncher. And I will also say that he's a more of a composed fighter. He keeps his patience, he keeps it together. You know what I mean? And I think that's the most dangerous thing that Charlo is gonna face. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Let's see. I can't hear me. Yeah, we back, man. We back, man. We back. Box of comments says I'm still bumping that Let Us Pray. Fire all day. Appreciate that. Hey, fam, more music coming. To everybody subscribe on this channel. From time to time, you will see me post music. I gets down on the mic. Go check the music tab on my home page. Yo, box of comments. I'm got some more coming, man. Check out for it. Matter of fact, if not tonight, it'll probably be tomorrow, but either tonight or tomorrow, something new gonna be coming out. Real talk. Appreciate that love. Dundada says Pac-Man said Keith free to fight T-Bug Crawford. What? Get out of here. Get out of here, Dundada. You serious? What's up with you, man? You saying it like Pac-Man backing out? I will look into that ASAP. I haven't heard that, man. Haven't heard that. Damn, I hope not, man. I hope not, man. That's bad, man. I got fam in the building. Ray-Bans 805 is in the building. What's up with your homes? What's goody with you, man? What's goody? Renee Box Young says, you got emotional like Charlo, man. That's why I got cut off. See what happened when you get pissed off? You know, you start doing dumb shit. And this is a message to Charlo. Message. Somebody find Keenan Ivory Wayne's message. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens, man. That's what happens. Ray-Ban says spit a flow off the brain. Hey, don't tempt me, man. I got skills, bro. I got when I say skills, shit. Why you want to reach though? Flyers Heathrow, trying to take down Kings, Janet Arvizo. Try to see the whole world. Why the world hold me back? Shots at Jack, shooting pool, throwing rack after. You know what? I'm not even going to do that right now. You did. Hey, Ray-Ban says, what's the word? What's today's news? Man, we've been talking about this Charlo versus Harrison press conference. Most importantly, we've been talking about J-Rock versus Hurd. Big fights, man. Both fights kind of play into each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. You know what I mean? Hawker Mustang says at boxing damn, this thing moving on me. Hawker Mustang, what's up with you? At boxing comments, why you always deleting comments? You mad, bro? Go ahead, man. Y'all too, man. I ain't see what comment did he delete. That's my homie, man. What did he delete, man? Go ahead, man. Marcus Davis says, I agree. J-Rock stamina got to be A1. Anybody's stamina got to be A1 when they fight Hurd. If not, you're not going to survive. That's what you got to come into fighting Jared Hurd in the absolute best shape of your life. Best shape of your life. You know what I mean? You can't come in there, cutting no corners because he's going to push you. You're not going to just beat Hurd. And that's where I used to have these arguments. Just because Hurd take leather, just because you hitting him, that doesn't mean Hurd in a lot of cases doesn't look for, he's not looking to leave it in the judge's hands. He's looking to push you to your limits. To your limits. This is a fighter that can technically fight at 160. And he just has the ability to get down to 54 and stay up under that rehydration clause. But he's going to push you to all of your physical limits. Every single inch of it, man. You did. Silver Salamo says Pac-Man will not step in the ring to fight Thurman, Spence, or Crawford. He knows they will beat him. I'm gonna look into that, man. Hey, man, and you know has been some whispers of Pac-Man maybe wanting to get that Mikey Garcia fight, and there has been some whispers of Pacquiao maybe looking at Danny Garcia. But hey, man, this can't happen, man. That's gonna be messed up for Thurman because this is gonna put Thurman in a hell of a situation. This is gonna because he can't. Nah, if you willing, my thing is with Keith Thurman, and this is the criticism that's gonna come if he don't fight Pacquiao and he chooses to fight some lower tier fighter. The criticism is, well, you were willing to face Pacquiao, but now all of a sudden you got to go back and fight in a bum. That's gonna be the criticism. I can see it coming a mile away. You know what I mean? I can see it coming a mile away. You know what I'm saying? No Cal the Impossible says Pacquiao is the A side. A-side, don't back up. A-side says it's going down, then we go forward. Well, let's hope so. Let's really hope so. Let's hope so. Renee Box Young says, yeah, man, I heard that. Pac-Man said he's not sure about Thurman because of his Senate duties, saying that his political work is first. Well, first off, that's bullshit. He told us that he gets a break. What? I thought he said July. It's like he get a break from them duties. See, man, come on, man. I hope that ain't the case, man. I swear I hope that ain't the case, you know? That's going to be messed up, man, because we was all excited. We thought that the welterweight picture was starting to figure itself out. Like, okay, you got Porter and Spence. We got Thurman and Pac. Now, I would have loved to seen Danny and Crawford. I was hoping that could maybe get worked out. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed on that. But Slim, I'm going to look into that ASAP. Hawk Mustang says, in Harrison versus Charlo 2, I hope somebody gets knocked out. I do, too. Hey, I don't know, man. I just want to see a good fight. I want to see a good fight, man. I don't like that position that Charlo is taking. If I beat this dude, I'm not giving him a rematch. I don't like that because if it's a good fight, if it's a close fight, you did it twice. It's only right that you do it a third time. I want to see the winner fight Hurd, but at the end of the day, I want to see both men get a fit. That's just a terrible statement to make before the fight. He could have said, well, I don't know. We'll see how the fight go. If I sweep this dude, 10 rounds to 2, if I knock this dude out, then there ain't gonna be no need for a rematch. But if it's a close fight, then we'll see. Can't just come off the jump and say, nah, I ain't giving him a rematch. Like this gonna make it look like, okay, you running, okay, we want to see the Hurd fight, and Hurd is even rooting for you to win. Hurd want to fight you. Harrison is already yesterday's new. He already beat Harrison. He want to fight you. So, but at the end of the day, man, you got to get that man this. He gave you a rematch with no problem. You know what I mean? With no problem. Last of a Dying Breed says, bruh, I heard Pac saying that Thurman fight Not official. He's still trying to weigh his options. Oh man, you saying that too, lad? Man, everybody's saying that. Damn. Come on, man. Why he ducking the final level like that, man? Why he ducking him Bison? You did. Why he ducking him, man? Shit, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see what else we got. Rocket Strikes 89. I love how Hurd is showing love to other boxers from the DMV, even though a lot of ignorant DC cats be pump faking on Maryland sometimes. though a lot of ignorant DC cats be pump faking on Maryland sometimes. What you mean? You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? Like, I don't know, man. Hurd show love to everybody, man. That's how I always tell people this, Rocket Strikes. Whether I'm from DC, you know this. And it's like, yo, when we talking about outside this area, we say DMV. When we internal, a lot of people don't use that term around these parts. You know what I'm saying? But when it's outside, we stick together. And a lot of the fighters, that are outside this area, if anybody from this area go and face somebody outside this area, the DMV comes together like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? But when it's inside, it's something a little different. Sometimes I'm real enough to admit that. I mean, like, this is what we talk about with the Tank and Gary Russell situation. We want to see that in this area. We want to see that fight. Thurman versus Spence, finally. That's the final level, bro. I hope so. Light Lit Up says, I've seen him in action, too, at Boxer Comments on other channels. Who y'all talking about? I don't know who y'all talking about. Let me know. Oh, y'all talking about Hawker Mustang? Yeah, Hawker. Hawker been rolling with me for a minute, and Hawker, dude, he give other channels hell, man. I will admit that. You wild dude, Hawker, but you been rolling with me, so and he ain't never came off wrong at me. You know what I mean? So it's always been love with Hawker. Light Lit Up says, if PBC allows it and stops allowing their elite fighters to duck, I would love to see Crawford versus Thurman. That's the same as Crawford Spence, in my opinion. I would love that too. Thurman said that Crawford didn't do enough at the weight class, and he said, at the time, you didn't even fight Amir Khan. Well, Khan is yesterday's news now. My thing is with Thurman, I keep telling y'all, man, he's trying to save himself for that next dude. Like, he's trying to keep himself in a position where the only fight that he's really willing to risk and take is the fighter that emerges as the best welterweight besides himself. He wants that. He's trying to keep himself in that position to say, well, I'm at the top. I put my work in. Somebody else get up here and get like me. And then I'll be willing to take that risk. But just to fight anybody, just because y'all want to see me fight, nah, I ain't doing all that. I'm going to wait till somebody get unified. I'm going to wait till somebody beat somebody that's worth talking about. And then I'll probably challenge them. That's how Thurman looking at himself. Like he the Alibaba of the weight of the welterweights. You did. So he's the final level. He is the final level. Light Lit Up says, if PBC allows and stops allowing their elite fighters to duck, I would love to see Crawford versus Thurman. That's the same as Crawford versus Spence. Oh, I already told that. The thing is, though, we got to think about this PBC thing and this Al Heyman thing. I'm the same way. See, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. And a lot of y'all don't even realize this what's going on. I realize it. Al Heyman has our inner boxing fan that sits inside of all of us. He got it hostage. What I mean by that, there'll come a time when you'll be just pissed off at Al. Like, man, he ain't making this happen. We can't get Crawford versus Spence. We can't get this. We can't get that. And then a couple weeks later, you'll be loving what the PBC doing. Oh, snap. They putting Spence versus Porter on Fox. Oh, damn. Oh, my. Hey, they about to do Harrison and Charlo too on regular TV. Oh, that's a hell of a fight. Even Gerald Hurd upcoming fight with Julian J. Rock win. You'd be like, oh, hey, Slim, I can't wait for that fight. But then a couple weeks later, you'll be like, man, he ain't giving us Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz, man. Man, they protected. He's holding your inner boxing fan hostage. He got us out inner boxing fan bipolar as hell. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking Al, Uncle Al, boy. Uncle Al got all our boxing fans, boy. 1 minute we loving them, next minute we hating them. It is the way it is, man. That's why I don't fault nobody for when everybody get caught in those moments with Al, with PBC. You know what I mean? I'll say PBC. We all get caught in those moments because sometimes they stall us out and we pissed. And sometimes they give us fights that we want to see and been wanting to see, and we happy. It's like one of them things, man. It is. I've been here long enough to accept that, man, and been peeping that for a minute. You know what I mean? Crawford just isn't anybody. I agree with you 100%. Like lit up. He's the number 1 pound for pound fighter in boxing. I would think everybody would want to fight that man. But I got something wrong. Who wouldn't want to go for that accolade of being the number 1 pound for pound, or beating the number 1 pound for pound fighter? I would never understand it. I would never understand it. No Cal D Impossible says PBC and the nonsense. Good chat. You're fair. I'll be back again. Take care. All right, peace out, fam. Much love to you. Thank you for stopping through, man. Everybody that's still here, hit that thumbs up for me, man. We putting in work tonight on We Talking Boxing. This weekend, man, though, it's going to be a hell of a fight between Julian J. Rock Williams and Jared Hurd. Of course, I got Jared Hurd beating Julian J. Rock Williams. I don't think he brings nothing to the fight that Hurd hasn't seen before. I think he can get hit between punches. The one thing I like about Julian J. Rock, he's a night and day from, say, Jamel Charlo. This dude keeps his composure at all times. You know, he's not overly reactive. He's not worrying about what you think. He's one of them. He's Philly style. You know what I'm saying? He one of them cats that, look, I know what I can do. I know what I'm gonna bring. Another thing that I'm noticing about him as he's talking, though, is that he's seeming reactionary. Well, I'm gonna wait and see what Jared Hurd do. He might want to box me, then I'm gonna be prepared for that. I'm gonna wait to see what if he wants to come forward, then I'll be prepared for that. I'm just gonna have everything ready to go and be prepared for anything that he brings. A reactionary fighter. I mean, that sometimes that's good and sometimes that's not. And we can explain that. Light Lit Up says, this is my favorite boxing channel, man, but I have to disagree. I like some PBC fighters, but I will never buy a ticket or support a pay-per-view for PBC anymore since I woke up. Okay. I feel you, fam. I feel you, bro. You know, you my main man. I ain't going to go against what you're talking, but I'm just going to say, all right, man, you're going to enjoy Harrison and Charlo, fam. You know what I'm saying? You're going to enjoy it, man. You're going to enjoy it whenever you're going to watch, Wilder versus Brazil. You know what I'm saying? You're going to enjoy it. And if they ever make Wilder versus AJ or whoever, you're going to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I've been on that seesaw, Mo. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute I'm pissed. Next minute I'm cool. Next minute I'm pissed. I just say, hey, I know what it is, man. You know what I mean? No, sorry. PBC not putting the best quality fights on. All those guys are getting older and fighting nowhere near their potential. All right. We're going to revisit this. We definitely gonna hey, y'all got a right to believe how y'all want to believe on that, man. Me personally, I just think that he could turn up the volume if they want, and they could turn it down if they want. They got dates to fill. They got a lot of dates between this Fox and Showtime thing. They got a lot of dates to fill, and they spreading this shit out. Sometimes we a little bit more impatient, but they spreading it out. You know what I mean? Oh, great question, Lawrence Williams. That main man, do you think that observing Ramadan will affect J-Rock during fight week? Absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, he can't eat at all. I don't know when does it end. I'm not too hip on the Ramadan thing. I don't know exactly when does it end, but yo, you gotta eat proper, man. And maybe the meditation and the prayer, because I know they do a lot of that during that time. Maybe that helps them, and maybe that strengthens them in a way that we just don't understand. But I know far as from a nutritional standpoint, man, you got to be right on that. You know what I mean? And that could affect him. He could fade easier with stuff like that if he's not eating properly. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Usually fighters don't even take fights around Ramadan time, man. That's one thing the mid-con sticks strictly to, I don't know. Like Lit Up says, I'll watch for free. I feel you. All right. Okay. All right. Is it the fight on DAZN or Fox? Nah, Ray Bans. You talking about between Jared Hurd fight is on Fox. Jared Hurd and Julian J. Rock Williams is fighting on Fox this Saturday. Free TV. Great fight. Free TV. You know what I'm saying? So as well as the Jamel Charlo versus Tony Harrison. Both of them on free TV. Marcus Davis. Yeah, every fighter should know what Hurd brings by now when they fight him, but knowing it and dealing with it in the ring is two different things. Oh, Marcus Davis, what a hell of a comment. I agree 100%. And what Hurd brings into a fight ain't easy to deal. A lot of fighters know exactly the kind of fighter that Golovkin was. Straight up and down, no special effects. The man ain't got awesome footwork. He ain't got awesome head movement. It ain't this, it ain't that. It's just that, yeah, from the outside looking in, it looks like so easy to deal with. But when you get in that ring, it's like, damn, my arms are getting tired. Damn, this dude been hitting me with a hook to the body each and every round. Now my arms are getting tired, or my body's starting to hurt. My legs are starting to leave me. You start feeling that pressure then. There's a difference, Mo. I agree with you. If you're not mentally and physically prepared for with that. And that's what I wonder with Julian J. Rock Williams, and giving through his faith, like Lawrence Williams just brought up. Oh, he can't eat during the day? Okay. Yeah, that's going to be maybe an issue, bro. That's definitely going to be an issue. But given his faith, that makes him mentally probably more stronger. You know what I mean? And, he needs to be ready mentally and physically to deal with that. I hate to see the fact that if he's ready mentally but can't do it physically because he's not eating properly. But, man, that's tough. That's tough. Hit that like button for me while y'all up in this joint. Rocket Strikes 89. I'm trying to see what Greg Outlaw going to do on a big stage like this. I ain't really look much into him, but I'm dying to see it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying to see it too. All love to anybody from this area that's fighting. I will be there, bro. I'm going to be there from the very first fight, all the preliminaries, the whole nine. I'm going to be there. That's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on through, show me some love on my birthday. If y'all do see me in the building, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. You dig? Don't get stupid, but pull up. You know what I mean? Pull up. Wish me a happy birthday. It's going to be my birthday this particular Saturday, so I'm going to be turned all the way up. I'm going to be there to support Juris with Hurd. I was actually planning on going to the Usyk and what's the name fight? They talking about Usyk pulled out. Usyk and Takum fight. That was going down at the MGM. You know what I'm saying? I was making plans to go there. So, hey, man, fights are coming to this area. This is a boxing market. We love boxing here. I can't wait to somebody come here and put it down at the Capital One. Well, we got bigger arenas. Eagle Bank Arena is a decent size. It's bigger than the MGM, but we got bigger arenas. We got the Capital One. You did. Ain't no style unless we're talking a Canelo or something that's going up in FedEx. So we got places to put fights on in this town. We got many little spots. I mean, stadiums, arenas, whatever. We plentiful in this area, man. Plentiful. You know what I mean? Gambit the Boxing Voice says, I'm fasting in the month of Ramadan. It takes a lot of energy out of you, and I can't believe that Williams is fasting. Yeah, man, that's something. That's not good, man. Then you're going to be tested on your attrition, man. You're going to be tested on the fact that you got to be able to go deep into a fight and stay strong. And you on Ramadan and you fasting, but never underestimate the mental. Never underestimate the mental, but that physical going to have to hold up. That's tough. Doesn't really matter. Says that main man, when you do the math, PBC way ahead of them others with quality fights over the years. And this is what I be telling people, doesn't really matter. Like, you can't, I've learned to stay above it. You know what I mean? Given I've been covering the sport now for a few years now, I've learned to stay above it. I used to be that way. You know what I mean? Let me dump on Al. Let me dump on PBC. Let me dump on Top Rank. Let me dump on this. Let me dump on that. The only problem that I got is the inability for these dudes to do cross fights. But when it comes to just dumping on one network over the other, one stable over the other, I done got out of that shit. Because at the end of the day, you will always, eventually, when it's in-house especially, you will get fights that you want to see. They just never come at the time that we want to see it. And when it comes to the PBC, I got to give it to them, man. Shit, we on the verge of Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? What's the kid? Marcus Brown coming up. Look who he just fought. You know what I mean? Like, they give you fights, man. They give you fights. They give you fights. I'm loving what Top Rank, just the move they just pulled at 135, putting Vasyl Lomachenko in a position. Now, some people been hitting me up behind the scenes like, man, do you think it's right that Vasyl Lomachenko gets this opportunity to fight for the WBC and he's a champion in another weight class? And, does he got the right complexion for the protect, yada, 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 how he get this hook up? And I'm like, look, man, I don't know. All I know is I'm happy to see it because we're getting closer to an undisputed champion. And maybe he faced Teofimo Lopez. I don't know. But it's an interesting question. Gloves up or shut up. Love it or hate it. Al Heyman and PBC have made the old god of boxing promotion go home and kick their dogs, shaking the motherfucking house and allow fighters to feed. They can now negotiate for real contracts. They all happy, homie. They all happy, man. They all happy at the end of the day. and they like what the situations that they in over there, from what I see for the most part. And that's always good. I mean, he gives them options to fight on different networks. He gives them options to not be locked into no promoter, and they move kind of sort of how they want to move. Hawker Mustang says, happy B-Day, man. Thanks, family. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Rocket Strikes 89. Hurd is a Redskin ambassador now, so best believe his future fights will be in Landover. Hey, shit, that'll be what's up. That'll be what's up. But hey, look, man, that's something that I do want PBC to do. Put more push behind Jared Hurd. His fighting style is fan friendly. All right. He ain't a dead ass personality. He's accomplished in the sport. Put more promotion into this dude. I see them. They put him on different. I see him commentating and being on certain panels, and keep him out there, man. Keep him out there. If you go to Jared Hurd's Instagram, the joint is always lit. He always got videos of himself training. He always doing little crazy, little funny little stuff. I'm telling you, man, Jared is a star, man. He's a star, man. Real talk. He's a star. Last of a dying breed. Laughing my ass off. Barbershop Conversations just said Charlo suicidal if he lose. May kill himself. Hey, real shit. I told people in the first fight, like, yo, when he lost that fight, man, somebody better put a straight jacket on this man, put him in a padded room, Slim, you dig, and feed him Slurpees for the next 2 days, because I'm telling you right now, bro, your man is going to go crazy. And if he loses this fight right here, man, Slim, your man going to be out here in the streets. Ain't nobody going to be able to find him for the next 2 months. Ain't no telling where he going to be. He going to be back up under that bridge he was living under when he lost the last fight. It's going to be bad, bro. It's going to be bad. Jamel going to be on a milk cart. They're going to be like, damn, what Jamel at, man? You out there fucking with some shabu or something, man. Like, what's up with him, man? Fucking with damn, man. What's wrong with him, man? Out here off the bath salts, man. Jamel lost his brains, bro. It's going to take Jamal to put on a search party for his ass, man. Real talk, man. Hey, your man going to be gone. You hear me? Real shit, man. But look, man, all in all, man, we're looking forward to a good fight weekend this weekend. Look, show your love, man. Do not miss this fight. If I do not, I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all a proper heads up. I might not be able to do an immediate post-fight review. If I do, it'll be from the actual arena. You know what I'm saying? But I may not be able to do a post-fight review the day of the fight because I'll be out turning up for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be in my right mind. It ain't even no if hands or buts about it. I won't be in my right mind. You know what I mean? And so I'm not going to do it. I'll probably get up on a Sunday once I peel myself out the bed. You know what I'm saying? I'll get up and we'll probably talk something about the fight then. But I will miss probably the post-fight review. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, Holmes? What's good? He with you? Charlo is mentally weak. Damn. Let me ask you, Lewis, did you see any signs of it tonight? Did you see any signs of it at the press conference tonight? Or do you think that he held it together? You know what I mean? I said he busting at the seams. He wanna let it loose, but he trying to keep it bottled up as much as he can. Tony Hurd gonna keep plucking with him. Tony Hurd gonna keep flicking toothpicks at him. If Tony Hurd is smart, they'll be at a press conference right here, do a Razor Ramon on his ass. You know what I'm saying? By they sitting on the panel, have a toothpick in his mouth, take that joint out and flick it at Charlo. Charlo fuck around, jump over the table and start biting people or something. You know what I mean? The lion. You know what I mean? Well, we'll see. But these are the things that you have to do to get into the head of Jamel Charlo. I wonder if he. I hope he keeps it together. I hope he keeps it together, man. Real talk, man. So look here, man. I'm about to shut it down. Much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Look, man, enjoy y'all week for the rest of the week, man. We got a big weekend of fights. I can't wait to get back up on here and tell y'all the fantastic performance that I've witnessed in the physical of my man Jared Swift Hurd. I will be looking into this Manny Pacquiao situation, son. I will be looking into it because that's not good news for any of us. Lewis Coleman says it took everything for him not to hit Tony or bust. That ain't good. That means he's keeping it, but how long will he keep it? How long before that emotion starts to show and Tony Harrison will start to exploit that emotion? How long? How long? Glove Up or Shut Up says, I'm new to these YouTube boxing channels, but definitely liking your content and what you're selling. Keep it up and I'm buying. Much love, homie. Much love and welcome to the family, man. This is how we do it at all times, man. This is a fam over here, man. Everybody you see up in this chat room tonight, man, they are always here, and I appreciate each and every one of them all day. Word of the day. What's up, man? Peace out to you, man. Box of comments. Peace out to you. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. We will get up on here. Maybe I'll do a late night show, maybe Friday night. Maybe. I can't promise, But maybe Friday or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how the week go. But much love to each and every one of y'all. Definitely will see y'all Sunday on the next episode of We Talking Boxing. To the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Go check out the Boxing Forum. And Instagram, Main Man Made Man. Shout out to all of my Boxing Forum fam. I'm always heavily engaged over there. That's fam over there too. There's a whole nother side of Main Man Made Man Boxing over on Facebook at the Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Go check us out. Lion Bar, what's up, homie? To the next one. See y'all later. Peace out.